So I think for our next activity, we will depart from Granbury, head out here into the country to a little town called Lipan, or Lipan, or Lipan. I don't know how you say it. But this is where they make the cheese. And that means that's where the Daytripper's going next. I love cheese.
You a brie man, Chef?
I can do some brie. I can do some Munster. I can do some Havarti. You want to talk Chevrolet? I'll talk Chevrolet. I love me some Chevrolet. If I ever become a millionaire, I shall waste my entire fortune on cheese. As you can see, I'm kind of excited here. And the big cheese in Lipan is Eagle Mountain Farmhouse Cheese, run by its big cheese, Dave Eagle.
And I'm a cheese fanatic. I mean, I'll confess right now.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I went, wow, that sounds very interesting to me. Started looking at it and I thought, I could do that, you know, so.
Since 2010, Dave, his son Matt, and his nephew Corey have been making some of the finest artisan cheese around. And being out here in the middle of dairy country is one of his secrets.
I've heard it said from cheesemakers that you can make bad cheese from good milk, but you'll never make good cheese from bad milk. So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So this must be where all the magic happens, in here, huh?
this is our make room. It's part science, but it's part art.
And Eagle Mountain's artist chef is Matt.
Well, we do raw milk cheese, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been pasteurized, it hasn't been homogenized. It is the way it is when it comes out of the cow, except that it's ice cold.
Eagle Mountain is a great place to learn about old world cheese making.
It's 4 ingredients in cheese. It's salt, rennet, starter, and milk.
At which point does it deviate and you go with a cheddar and then a Gouda here? Where's the
That
differences
is all
there?
time, temperatures, and pH.
Simple it may be, but easy it is not. Right now they're pressing the curds into molds.
These were loose curds 30 minutes ago. Just by the gravity process, I already have a wheel of cheese.
The wheel goes to a brine bath and then to sit and age in all of its glory.
There's a lot molecularly going on with the cheese as it ages, and it is changing.
What's the oldest cheese in this room? Is it this?
The oldest cheese in the room is behind you.
What? Okay. Oh, this looks like some funky stuff.
This is a white mold. This is called geotrichum. And this mold is our friend.
I like it. This mold is our friend. Good mold. Do you have guys come and want the stinkiest, funkiest thing you guys make?
Yeah, they came up to me and were like, do you have anything that kind of smells like, that yeasty men's locker room smell? And I'm just looking at them like, really?
And that's exactly why they make the especially stinky Drunk Monk whiskey cheese. They also make Gouda, Tomme, Blue, and if you come here, you can eat it all, which is what I'm about to do. This looks awesome. This looks delicious.
And we have 4 here today. You're going to start with your mildest cheese and work your way to your sharp cheeses. This is a piece of our Granbury Gold, which is a young Gouda style. You want to feel it with your hands and smell it.
Wiggle it, jiggle it.
Smell it.
So you can play with your food.
Play with your food, absolutely.
Oh, that is good. One bite and it's easy to see why this cheese has won numerous awards.
Pretty much off the hook, if I do say so myself.
I have to agree.
If I'm not bragging, but
I never met a cheese I didn't like, but these cheeses here are going to be some of my best friends. So thank you.
you're welcome.
So how much of this can I eat before you kick me out?
All you want.
All right. To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com.